Let's talk books, unscripted.
Very gentle cheers so we don't spill our
No, this
nuclear
is
tea
steaming
on
hot,
ourselves.
steaming hot tea.
I can't even try mine yet because it's really hard to even hold this. So
delicious.
I won't sip it yet.
But it's very hot.
Yeah, so we are both enjoying some tea from Harney and Sons. We haven't, talked about them in a little while. So just a reminder that we are partnering with them, and we do have a link that you'll be able to check out in the description. If you have not tried their teas before, we're new to their teas in general, but have a few. Hey, Mindy.
Hey, Mindy.
So Corey is having just their chamomile. This was like one of their samples that they sent along.
Oh, hi, Sally.
Hi,
Sunny
Sally.
Phoenix.
So we did get some sun here, but it was like winter today, though. We woke up to snow.
Yeah, it all melted. But
it wasn't very much, but I still was like,
30,
come on,
it was like
seriously?
38 degrees today.
So yeah, Corey's having this chamomile one.
Yeah, so I'm having the chamomile.
And they sent that with
Hi, Liz. How you doing?
Some tea that they sent us this sample, this whole thing too, this line, but then sent that with it as well. But yeah, we got these teas from their Schitt's Creek collection. So they have 4 different ones. If you're a fan of that show, it's fun that, they decided to do a collection. This is the Rose Apothecary one. This is their botanical blend.
Mandy.
Hi, Mandy. So this is lemon balm, chamomile, spearmint, and lavender. So that is the one that I am drinking, or I'm going to drink when I decide to try it.
It is hot, but it is drinkable. But just small sips.
So yeah, definitely check them out. Check out this particular collection.
Yes. Give them a try if you like tea.
Yeah, I can't remember if there's
triple digits. Wow.
Oh wow. Okay, so I don't think I would prefer that, but I definitely would like it to warm up at least a little bit here. I guess we can't be too particular. We just get what we get, right?
we might hit 60 this end of the week, so.
Yes, we could be excited for
That'll be nice. 84 today. Well, 84 sounds not bad.
Right.
That sounds pretty nice. Especially if it's nice and dry.
Okay. But yeah, let's see if some more friends come on and say hello as you come on. Otherwise, yeah, we don't have a whole lot to talk about tonight, but we'll still do our normal things. We have a featured book, and then I actually picked the books for our Guess That book for the end. So I did that.
She's gonna ask me and you.
Yep. So I feel like I will likely stump you on all of them, but we'll see.
Hey, challenge accepted.
We'll see.
You probably will. Yes.
So yeah, I picked 3 books, one of which I have read. The other 2 I own, but have not read. So they are all books that are on the shelf. So
it's raining in Georgia.
Okay, so we got some different weather everywhere.
Yeah, it is spring. It is spring.
Yep. I know, but it didn't feel like it today for us.
We need those May flowers.
I was telling Corey there was, I think, it'll probably be a memory that pops up for me come May from last May, because I distinctly remember, I think I was sitting in the carpool line to pick up my kids, and it was May 1st, and I put April showers bring May snow is what I put, or something like that. We literally had snow on May 1st. I'm not even kidding. I wish that was not the case, and I really hope it's not the case this May, but I guess anything can happen, so. But let's talk books. That's what we're mostly here to do.
Let's talk books. Let's do it.
The book I decided to feature this week, it was Calling My Name, and it is so pretty.
Hey, Barbie. Hey.
Yeah, that one.
You're so cool.
So it sort of matches my shirt. This is Taylor Swift, not Barbie, but I've got a pink thing going on here. So I think we did show this probably on one of our episodes because it was book mail, one of the times. But I don't know how much we talked about it. We might have just showed it real quick. But yeah, this is called Let's Call Her Barbie by Renee Rosen. I've actually chatted with her quite a bit on Instagram, so that's been really fun to interact with her. And this particular copy has a little, what do they call these? Nameplates? Yeah, so there's a nameplate in there and it's signed, so that's really fun. And then what's really cool is at the end of this book, so I don't remember if I showed this like when we were on here before, there are black and white pictures like from different like Barbie eras. So that's like a really fun thing about this book too. Yeah, here's the author right here. I guess you can see it like better on this flap. And then like the actual book, the book underneath is kind of cool too. I know we do this with our aardvark books all the time, but I like the pink and black. That's kind of fun. So this is from Berkeley Publishing. And I did not get this one for free. I did purchase this one and got it semi-recently. But yeah, if you are a Barbie fan in any way, I would definitely recommend this book. I can't get this dust jacket back on.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, thank you.
What is it about?
So it is fiction, but it is based on the creator of Barbie. So Ruth. So it's, you know, it's based on an actual person and her journey to the creation of Barbie, kind of working in a mostly man's world, which of course was talked about heavily in the movie, if you've seen the newer Barbie movie. But I found it really interesting. At the end of the book, they kind of do like a little Q&A with her. And she said that she was not inspired in any way by the movie. Like she was already, I think, almost done writing the book, like by the time the movie came out. It was interesting to read though, that she changed one thing because she didn't want it to be the same as the movie. So it was like she had written a particular line that I think Ruth said at the end or something, and so she changed it in her book so that it wouldn't like be the same. But other than that, yeah, she already like had her whole, you know, book planned out and everything. But it was a very enjoyable read. So it's historical fiction. Hi Carly, thanks for tuning in. We're talking about Let's Call Her Barbie. So our featured book of the week.
It's very pink.
It's very pink. So I had to have it on my shelves because I actually read this one before it published. So I got to read an advanced digital copy of it. But I love, you know, the Barbie world, the Barbie universe. I mean, I played with Barbies as a kid. I was never like next level obsessed like our daughters are. So that's something you should share with us too. If you played with Barbies as a kid or you didn't really care for them. But then I became really like excited about it once the movie came out. So yeah. I was like, I really liked the book when I got to read it ahead of publication date. And so I really wanted it for my shelves, and it's so pretty. And like, look at the binding too. Isn't that fun? It's got like Barbie right here too, but we have this one, or no, we don't actually. We should have it displayed. I have it just like, normally I just put it right back there laying down so you can like see the binding, but this would be a fun one to kind of like showcase on our shelves. You like Barbies or liked Barbies? Yes. Oh, you haven't seen the movie? Yeah, I don't know. We really like it. Our kids even like it.
Yeah.
We've watched it quite a few times.
Good.
I mean, there's like some questionable like things in it, but they're too young where it just kind of like goes over their head anyway. But they like the music from it, and it's fun. Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, so yeah, recommend the movie and this book. I thought it was really, really well written. I felt like the chapters were pretty short for the most part. I remember that.
You liked
the movie. And yeah, I'm not always into historical fiction, but this one really, really worked for me. You haven't watched the movie, but you liked Barbies. I used to cut my Barbie's hair. Maybe some of you did that too. And my parents were like, if you're going to do that, we're not going to buy you any more Barbies. I'm like, well, I guess that's fair.
You got a weird Barbie.
Yeah, I sewed it. Yep. If you've seen the movie.
Our daughters love Barbie.
The reference. But yeah, they just had a Barbie-themed birthday party.
2 Christmases ago, we bought them the Barbie Dream House, like the 6-foot big one.
You thought that the movie made Ken seem dumb? I mean,
at first,
ish, yeah.
Yeah.
We felt like it was. Oh, you cut their hair too. Yeah, I feel like probably a lot of people did that. We felt like the movie had like a redeeming end though for both Barbie and Ken. You know, it was like finding your value, like, you know, and you don't need someone else to complete you. You know, that whole thing. So, you know, I mean, Ken was a very entertaining part of the movie.
Which actually. Ken? They're all Ken.
Right?
They're all Kens. The main Ken?
The main Ken. Yeah. Ryan Gosling Ken.
Okay.
Yep.
They're all Ken and Barbie.
Yes.
And Alan.
And Alan.
And
who's just off by himself.
And then you have Will Ferrell, who's Mattel.
Yeah.
All right. we got to take
Yeah.
it. We got
Moving on.
That was good. So that was the feature book of the week.
Yeah.
Katie picked it.
Yes, he had nothing to do with that this week.
Yeah, that probably won't be one I'm gonna read, but
I very much enjoyed it.
I'm happy.
I feel like I
that
read
we have
it again.
it. Yes, it's a nice looking book.
Read the copy. Yeah,
it's a nice looking book, for sure. Very pink.
Yes.
So we need to for sure touch on. We always touch on our book club book. We're about what 2.5 weeks away. We're meeting on the 27th, so we're
less,
almost 3 weeks.
3 weeks from yesterday.
So we're counting down to our book club on the 27th, and if you remember, we are reading this book here.
Your current book is pink. Oh yeah, you're reading Mr. Magic, right, Mandy?
Mr. Magic, that is a very pink one too.
That's a good pink
So we're reading Death of the Author for our book club. So Katie has made a little progress in it.
Good dent in
You're
it.
about at page 80. Oh, you're 94.
Yeah, I actually stopped in the middle of a chapter. Isn't that crazy?
You must have been tired.
Because I was tired.
And I'm on page 28. So,
where he's got some ground.
we got a lot of ground. I am very, very, very close to finishing Dead Money. I think I'm about 50 pages left. So I wanted to finish it last night, but I was too tired. And then
maybe you can.
I could try to read some tonight, but I'm very close to finishing Dead Money. I'm very excited to talk about that because I love it so much. And after I finish Dead Money, I'm going to strictly try to focus on mostly reading this book. I may start another book, but I'm trying to be better. I have started. Not sure how you feel about it.
Feel about it yet?
I'm very early on too. So far, I like the writing, but we'll see where it goes. Katie's a little more.
Yeah, I'm liking it.
You're liking it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the concept sounds really, really interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Really brilliant, and it's funny. I think I like the main character.
I feel like all the characters are really well written.
Yeah.
And, the family dynamic is you haven't really gotten very far yet.
With her big family and her sisters and stuff. Yeah.
But she's kind of the odd one out, I guess you could say. Is kind of judged in a lot of ways, and so I won't say anything else, but I think it's good. I like where it's going.
So there's still time if you want to check it out and read it with us, because it'll be good. It is probably
the bigger book.
It's probably the longest book we've read for our virtual book club so far. It's like 400
some pages.
I know, because the one I'm finishing is over 400. This one's over 400, so I don't know what I'm doing.
I know, man.
That's why I need to start.
I need to start a short book.
The Unworthy.
You gotta do a short book in there.
I might mix in a short book, but so that's the virtual book club book.
And we have the link for our Patreon in the description too. So that is how you will join the virtual book club. All you gotta do is click on that. It's free. We don't have a paid tier yet or anything, so you should be able to just click on it and create a Patreon account or whatever, but it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. And you go on there and you can check out posts we've already shared. You'd be able to see what we're reading in May. That book was decided on, so that information is in there. And then we have a little chat going too that you can join in on. We talk about books in general, and then we'll talk about our current read, and people will kind of touch base and share where they're at or what they're thinking of the book so far. But then we do our actual chat, the meeting takes place on Google Meet. So on the day of the meeting, I'll go into our Patreon and then make sure I share the link for that so that you can join us when we are ready to officially talk about it.
And that's where you're able to help us vote on the coming month's books.
Yes, yep.
We
start
put the thinking about
in
June soon.
Yeah.
We kind of have one in mind already.
We kind of want to just make it that book, but we'll probably throw in maybe not as many choices this time.
Yeah.
Because
we like for everyone to have a say.
Technically, we could just pick. We are the creators of the book club, but we like to let people vote on that. So maybe we'll just only have 3 choices this time, and we'll cross our fingers that one gets chosen.
See what happens. So always got touch in the book club, so that's cool.
Yes. Yep.
But today was a pretty good day for book mail.
Yes, it was.
I came home from work and I was like, "How many books did we get today?"
So we did not get all of our aardvark books, unfortunately.
I know
that's what's been happening.
My books always come a couple days later.
Well, you do always place your order after me, but even still, there was one of the times where I think we placed our orders at the same time.
I was a few minutes later.
No, so it's just really odd. But maybe they're we cannot deliver 2 boxes to the same address in one day. That just doesn't work. I don't know.
I did have to wait till after work this time around because it came out on a
Yeah,
Tuesday.
he had to wait even longer,
So
so he didn't get it placed in the morning.
I didn't place it till the
Well, I
afternoon.
even did it for you from your phone. I was like, we gotta get those, we gotta get it placed, because he like
I had
forgot.
I had a lot going
He
on.
had a lot
that day.
going on. But we have 3 out of the 6 books. We do have 3 more still coming. Hopefully they arrive tomorrow or the next day. And then we'd be able to show those like during Beer and Books, ideally, like our next episode of that one. But the 3 that arrived today, I'm very excited about. They're just so pretty. So this one, this is called The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett. This was one that I was really sad that I decided to sleep on when they had it available for the first time. Because I was like, oh, you know, I can always go back and grab it and put it in a future box. Well, they ended up completely selling out of this book. And so I could have grabbed it from somewhere else, you know, but I never did. And so lucky for me, they brought it back. They were able to get more copies back. And I don't remember, yours haven't come yet either. Okay, well, hopefully soon.
What did you get, Mindy?
Yeah, let us know what you got.
Which ones you got.
So they brought this book back and they made it a special edition. So that is really cool. So then I'm not as sad that I didn't get it the first time. It was meant to be.
It was worth the wait.
So I will show you what's really cool. So nothing changed about the dust jacket on it, but what they did was they made it a special, what do they call this? Like a foil cover.
I tried it this month. Okay.
Okay.
What did you get, Connor?
Yeah, let us know what you got.
Yeah, I'm glad you tried.
So it's really cool. Look at the gold foil on this. Like,
that's
it's
amazing.
Really pretty.
It looks like an old.
I don't know, but it's
old vintage look.
Very cool. So that's that one. And then if that wasn't enough, so they brought that back. And then now they have the sequel. So it's a series. I don't know how many are going to be in the series. Maybe it's just a duology. I'm not really sure. I haven't really heard anything. So again, I still have not read the first book, but this is the second book. And so I was able to get both of them. This is called A Drop of Corruption. Again, by Robert Jackson Bennett. He has some other books as well. These books are categorized as like a mystery fantasy.
You got the two special
editions one.
Plus Tilt.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I'm really excited
Mindy
for
got
Tilt.
Bat
We're getting
Eater.
that one.
Mindy got Bat Eater, which I got.
Yes.
Private Rights.
Okay.
And Death of an Author. Oh,
very
great.
Cool. Awesome.
So you're going to read it with us? Are you going to read it with? Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Bat Eater I'm excited about.
Yeah, we got that one, Tilt, and then...
Yeah, Tilt and Bat Eater on my box.
And then we got a different one. What is it called?
And then...
It's a thriller, I believe, or horror thriller, or...
Yeah, it's by Matthew Binge. I forget. Can't remember the title. But.
And he's a repeat author. So the one that we picked, the other book that Aardvark had is called Ascension. And we ended up picking that one up from bookshop.org because Aardvark did not bring that back. But then this other book that we're blanking on the name of that's going to be in our box is by the same author. And then, so here's this one. This one has the silver foil instead of gold. So it's pretty cool. So I'm very excited for those. They kind of, so it looks like on the inside of this first one, they liken it to like Sherlock Holmes. Like, so a Holmes and Watson style detective duo take the stage in this fantasy with a mystery twist from the Edgar-winning, multiple Hugo-nominated Robert Jackson Bennett. So yeah, they look really interesting. I'm excited. And the covers are just
Those
gorgeous.
are nice looking books.
And like, look at the pretty bindings. And and the foil covers without the dust jackets on. So those I'm very excited about. And then I decided to grab one from a previous month. I don't know what month they had this one. It was quite a while ago. And it was another one that I was like, why didn't I grab it? But that was before I could just get unlimited books. You know, there were some months that I was being more stingy and maybe only putting one book in my box, maybe two, or it was just hard to decide because I could only get, 3 at the very most. But this is one that I've had my eye on for a super long time. So I finally decided to get it. And this is How to Hide in Plain Sight by Emma Noyes. She's also the author of Guy's Girl. I've not read that one. The unbreakable bonds of family and love are explored in this brilliant and tender story. So...
Oh, Mindy said she loved that book.
Oh, yeah. So I feel like I heard that the main character struggles with OCD, I believe. And that is something that I very much struggle with. So, yeah. Okay. It says, not when speaking aloud, could send her back into the never-ending cycle of the obsessive-compulsive disorder that consumed her for years. So I believe this is a love story, also like, you know, a family, like about family too. This is really cool without the
Ooh, that's nice. That's cheery.
yeah, without the dust jacket on. That's what it looks like. So yeah, I'm really excited about this one. It has like a really pretty. It's very soft.
That's nice.
It has a really pretty cover too. I really like that. So yeah, I'd be interested to hear if anybody else has read this one or it's on your TBR. I don't know how soon I will get to it, but I really honestly have wanted to read it for a long time. So it might end up moving up on my TBR pretty soon.
How big's the TBR?
You don't want to know. It's too long.
It's
what it is.
It grows every day.
It literally does. Yep.
Yes. Because we got a new book on Saturday as well. That one's on your TBR.
Yay.
Yeah. Yeah, what's cool about Aardvark is you can add books from previous months on.
I mean,
if
not
they're,
always.
If they're still available.
Yeah, I was going to say, sometimes depending on the popularity of a book, they'll sell out, and then sometimes they'll get them back, and sometimes they won't. So
so if they're still available, you can add them on from a year ago, which is kind of great.
Yeah.
And so if there's a month that you don't like some of the main picks, I mean, I got a couple that I want to add on from previous months.
But this month we did almost do all of the picks.
We got 5 there were 7 picks this month, though. 7 picks.
That's true.
We
so
got
there
5
would have
of
been
7 picks.
2 that we, like the new ones that we didn't
Yeah.
put then. Yeah. Okay.
What's nice is we could add those on in the future if we wanted to.
If we want to. Last month we did do all the main picks. We did not do books from previous months or anything. But yeah, so we have the Aardvark information in the description like we normally do, so you can check them out if you haven't already. And then the other 2 books that came are both ARCs, so advanced reading copies. I'll talk about this one first because it publishes sooner. This one will be on sale June 10th. This is like a fun pink cover too. Confessions of a Grammar Queen by Eliza Knight. Sometimes all it takes is one fearless woman to turn the page on an entire industry. Utterly charming. I believe this is historical fiction as well. Knight is the ultimate queen bee grammarian as she brings the struggles of women in the 60s to life with her incredible research and perfect prose. If you've ever silently or not silently corrected someone's grammar, this book is for you. I love that. That's totally me.
That's what I was thinking. You correct my grammar all the time.
100% accurate. So I probably will really enjoy this.
That's why they sent you that book.
And
they knew.
It's so fun because like I got this for free, so I'm excited. I mean, it's not a completed copy. It is an ARC. You know, it has that little like sign on there. Hey, it's for you too, Mandy. But yeah, I would love to get this read. You know, before publication date. This is from Source Books. I think they are.
Yeah, these
Source
came
Books.
from Source Books. Yeah.
I get quite a few books.
Yeah,
from
they're
them.
very generous.
So I got 2 books. Because sometimes it'll be I'll
this
get
book is dense.
I know. It's
Did you feel this? Like,
I mean,
my arm's
you
sore.
can't feel it through the screen, but you know,
me
just imagine.
You guys feel this? You feel that?
It's kind of heavy.
This
one kind of is too.
It's very
weird.
dense.
I don't know. Maybe
Looks
are the pages thicker in an ARC, or maybe they'll be like that
It
for the
looks like
completed
shorter
copy too.
chapters,
Shorter chapters, so that's nice.
Bigger print.
Yeah, I get quite a few books from them. Sometimes they'll send just like the ARC, and that's great. I'm still very appreciative for that.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's real heavy.
I see it, Mandy. I told you.
But
you can feel it on a Friday, Mandy, when you come.
Yeah, when you're over, then you really can.
Actually.
But other times they'll send like completed copies too, and they've sent some really cool like boxes, PR boxes, and so they've been very generous.
They're awesome.
This one is called The Last Assignment by Erica Roebuck, and this one does not come out until August. So August 19th is when this one publishes. This is a really pretty looking book. I think this is also historical fiction, pretty sure. From best-selling author Erica Roebuck comes the perilous and awe-inspiring true story of award-winning photojournalist Dickie Chappelle as she risks everything to show the American people the price of war through the lens of her camera. Manhattan, 1956. So which one was it that I saw? It was kind of cool. I think it might have been this one. Yeah, I flipped open to the first page just out of curiosity, and I like to obviously see like how long chapters are and stuff. I honestly do that with almost every book that I get.
It's important.
I start to flip immediately
it's an
to
important
see like how long the
thing.
chapters are. And it starts out in October 1965, and look at this, Madison, Wisconsin. So that's kind of cool. Oh, you love historical
sounds
fiction,
good.
Mandy. You'd probably like both of these books then.
And there was a little postcard.
Yeah, there's like little postcards that I got.
Little
so
postcard
there's other
inside.
ones that I think I put upstairs, but
Yeah.
that one says Vietnam. And she actually dedicates this for Richard Roebuck, my father-in-law, a Vietnam veteran, and Patricia Roebuck, my mother-in-law, with gratitude for their service and love.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it like takes place in Madison, which
That's
isn't
cool.
very far from where we live. So
That's
I
cool.
thought that was kind of
That
cool.
comes out August 19th.
Yeah, August 19th. So we have a bit of time yet on that one, but I really do. I get so many arcs that it is honestly hard to keep up sometimes. But when I can, and I can like fit it in with my busy schedule of other books that I just already want to read, I try to get, arcs read close to their publication dates when I can, just so that I can get those reviews out there, which is helpful to the publisher and to the author. But yeah, this looks really, really good. And so does the other one.
Has she written any other books?
Yeah, she does have some other books. It says it in the front. Yeah.
Very cool.
Where?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
she's
yeah,
got
quite a few historical fiction.
So she writes all historical fiction. So she's got
Yeah.
8 other books.
Yeah.
Yeah, so check her out if you like historical fiction.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, these are dense books.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they really are. So that was really fun and a nice surprise. That's what's cool about them is I never really know when I'm gonna get boxes, like PR boxes or books.
And it was
from
2
them,
books.
and it was 2. So
It's usually just 1.
that was very exciting and brightened my Monday.
So all those books came today. And we're still waiting on one more box from Aardvark, which
Yes.
hopefully comes tomorrow.
Yeah, that would be great.
So we can get our other 3 books.
Yeah.
Did you show the bookmarks? And these were this month's book.
They have some fun.
They send 1 bookmark for each book.
Yep. So they're kind of
Yeah.
cool. And
Those are kinda-
we got to read the back.
Yeah. Welcome to the Let's Get an Aardvark emoji movement.
I know, because like I wanted to use
Yeah,
an
the-
aardvark emoji, of course, when
Yeah.
I'm posting about aardvark or whatever. I'm like, why is there not an aardvark? And so many people are like, oh, we get like such and such emojis for stuff that probably, I don't know, that are just as random as an aardvark or something, and yet we don't have one.
People
So
would
I don't
use an Aardvark
Yeah,
emoji.
Why not? Why not? Oh, and then of course they do their like if you've noticed, if you already subscribe to them or if you're thinking about it, you'll get like a card like this too in your box, I'm holding it upside down. It's very pretty. They have all of the selections on the front there. Here they are this way. And then on the back, it tells you like what the monthly challenge is, which I used to participate in the challenges. Now I don't. I mean, I could just for fun, but I wouldn't be entered to win a free credit as we were gifted subscriptions like for this entire year already. But you should definitely do these challenges because then, yeah, you'll get entered to win a free credit from them, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Our son won me a credit at one point. It was like a draw. You had to draw. I think you had to like design
A cover.
and he drew one and it was very cute, and so I won myself a free credit, or I should say he helped me win one. But this one is they dare you to curate your own selection of 6 books. So like, because
Here's the Nicholas Binge book.
Yeah.
Oh, what
but
does it say?
doesn't- Here, it's over here. It's called Disillusion.
Oh,
Disillusion
yes.
is the other one that's coming. So the ones we did not pick were Any Trope But You and Blood on Her Tongue. So Any Trope But You is a rom-com, and the only reason I didn't pick that one was because I already have a like a digital ARC that I can read on my Kindle. So I may want the physical copy at some point. It actually has a really fun cover. But yeah, so this one, it's like you have to kind of put together like a picture of 6 books, and they just require that at least one of them is an aardvark title.
That's all?
Yep. And they want to see people's editorial chops is what it says on there. So you have until April 27th to post.
You need to edit the photo.
Yeah, they want it to like look all pretty and, basically what I do like on social media is, arranging books in a certain way, and I don't know. It's pretty fun. Book photography.
That seems tricky.
Yep. So that's what their challenge is for the month of April. And yeah, they'll put a challenge in all of their boxes, and those are kind of fun. So
I like it.
yeah, so that's all of our
How's
book
your
mail.
tea? Did you try
My
it?
tea is good. I have
I
been
know
sipping on it.
it's like it went from
It
nuclear.
was so hot, and now I'm like,
Now
I
it's
need
like
to heat it up.
room temp. Delicious though.
But it is good.
Delicious. Botanical blend.
Yes. So yours is just like straight up chamomile, but this has chamomile in it.
This is the Rose Apothecary.
Yep. What does this say on? Some of these are funny. This won't be funny to people who don't watch the show, so I don't know, but I think it says it on all of these. It says brewing suggestions. You know, just fold in the cheese. There's an episode where, and they've used like,
Classic.
even if you don't watch the show, I'm sure you've seen tons of memes and whatever from this show because it's very popular. But then there's also like clips that people use, and like somebody, I think one of my friends on Instagram used the scene that this is talked about but it was like related to books.
Yes.
And yeah.
Yes.
And oh my gosh, I was dying laughing. It was so funny. What is it says? Okay, Rose Apothecary. When you're looking for a general store with a very specific store environment that sells things, but is also more like a branded immersive experience, then you've found Rose Apothecary. From moisturizer to wine, tapenade to plungers, you'll find it all neatly displayed at Rose Apothecary. When it comes to Schitt's Creek's most upscale store, curated under David's mostly watchful eye and efficiently managed by Patrick, you'll have to agree that it's one of a kind. I should say I probably mostly started watching it again, and we didn't get very far, but you don't really like to rewatch things, but to me it's like it's such an easy show to watch because like the episodes are really short, and I think it's very funny. So I don't know, maybe I need to turn that on one of these nights because I need something lighthearted sometimes. So
it is funny.
It always makes me laugh. But yeah, what else? We need to do our game now, right? Because we've kind of talked about everything else. We said it was going to be a shorter
We didn't have a lot lined up today.
We did not have a lot of books.
We got the new books.
We touched on our book club. We had a featured book. Yep. So I guess we can play Let's Guess the Book. Unless anybody has some bookish things they want to share with us.
Katie has her in-person book club on Friday.
I do, and I can't hold the book to show you, unfortunately, because I did check it out from the library, so I don't have it in my possession.
Which book are you reading?
We are reading, or I've already read. I actually was like really ahead of the game this time, so I'm very proud of myself. But it's called When Women Were Dragons, and I am blanking on the author right now. You would have to like look it up on your phone. But
you're ready. Did you finish it?
Her last name is Barnhill, I believe, is what it is, and I'm blanking.
Help
on the
us out,
first name.
Mandy. Here,
maybe Mandy, you know.
Yeah.
But she also writes middle grade fiction or YA too, and I have a different one of her books on my shelf that my brother actually really, really enjoyed, and then my sister-in-law really liked When Women Were Dragons. You're ready for Guess That Book? Okay. Are you ready for book club too?
Yes, for book club.
On Friday, in-person book club. But yeah, I'll be excited to discuss that one. I actually read it this time. I did a combo of the audio and read the physical book, but yeah, so if you've been watching some of our previous episodes, I admittedly did not finish. Yes, you are ready for that too. Yay. I did not finish either of the books for March. So my in-person book club gave up on that one and then gave up on our virtual book club book too because I just
swing and a miss.
Couldn't do it. So I'm like, April, I've got to read both of them. So I already, I got When Women Were Dragons read, and then, I'm into Death of the Author. I don't plan on DNFing it, so we're doing good. We're doing
nice work.
Doing better than I did for March. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like we've talked about this before about DNFing books, but I've gotten way better at it, and I don't feel as bad these days because I just decide to not finish a couple recently again too, and I posted about it in my stories, and I had tons of people messaging me then asking like, well, why not? So I had to explain it to quite a few people. I guess I should have just put it in my story because I didn't anticipate that many people reaching out and wondering why I
have yet to DNF a book, so.
But you've set some down, which to me kind of indicates that you're quitting, even though you keep saying you're going to come back to it. But I'm like, when?
There's a difference between DNFing and shelving it for later.
Shelving it indefinitely, you mean?
No,
which is also DNFing.
For later, for someday.
Sure, we'll pretend. He didn't DNF it.
No, it's still Yes. My intentions are still there
Okay.
to read it
We'll see.
someday.
See about that.
Like when I'm 85 and
Just
retired.
call it what it is. Yeah.
Someday soon.
But yeah, I don't know. I just, you have to let us know how you feel about that concept, because I know there's tons of people I talk to that still just like physically cannot do it.
I think if you're gonna DNF a book, you should do it really early. Like I can tell usually pretty early on.
Yeah, I get to a point where it's like I feel like I've like passed the point of no return, where I'm like, okay, now I'm committed
Like,
to
if
finishing
you
it,
get
even though I'm
halfway
kind of like I
through,
probably
like-
should have DNF'd it.
Yeah.
But then when I've gotten so far, I'm like, I'm not gonna DNF it when I'm this far into the book, because then it would just make me mad.
Yeah.
And like honestly, there's one that I'm reading right now on my Kindle. So this is a good example of this. But you're gonna probably cringe. Oh, you should have DNF'd Mr. Magic. Oh no, I know, because I saw your story
read-
where
you read that
I
one?
haven't read it yet.
Yeah, we have it.
We do, yeah, we have it.
It's
back
behind us
there.
somewhere.
I think you said that it took you a long time to get into it. That's what I was gonna say about the book that I have on my Kindle that I've been reading for, I feel like, too long. You're at 77%, so you can't quit. Yeah. Oh, no way. I wouldn't quit at 77%.
That's 3/4 there. You can't. You're done. Yeah.
But the one I've been reading for too long, in my opinion, and I was like really hoping I would like. I feel like I was really into it at first, and then it just got really slow, and I did consider DNFing it more than once. And it's out now, but I started reading it before it like officially published. And it's called This Book Will Bury Me by Ashley Winstead. And I'm starting to wonder if she's just going to be an author that's not for me, because now this is the second book I've read by her, and I'm kind of like, eh. But once I sat down to read today for a little bit and I was at the 60% mark, I was like, oh, this is getting good. So that's not good, though, that it took till the 60% mark for me to be invested in it. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what I end up rating it, because it's like, what if I end up loving the last 40%? But that's like over half of the book that I wasn't absolutely loving. So, but this is an example where I'm saying like I'm kind of glad I didn't DNF it, because I am liking it now. I just wish I would have started to like it sooner, because that's kind of a long ways to make it through a book.
That's why I don't like DNFing, because it's like, what if
it gets good? Yeah, you hold on to the what if.
You're really hopeful it's going to improve.
No, but then sometimes it doesn't.
Exactly, but you're hopeful it is, and sometimes it does.
I think you just have to it's like where you have to you gotta weigh it and be like, am I okay not ever knowing? And if you can be at peace about that and you just don't care, well then that's fine.
But I can generally tell pretty, like, within a few chapters, you should be able to tell if you're gonna like it or not.
Oh yeah, I normally
if
don't
you
wait
like
too
the writing
long
style
before I
or
DNF something, because I feel like time is precious.
The
and
pacing,
there are other
yes.
books you could be reading instead. So you just go, all right.
There are plenty of more books in the sea.
Does
that work?
Actually, that's a good segue into one of the books I stopped reading, because they were like out at sea, like stranded out at sea. It's called Swept Away, and that one actually just published this week. Last week? I don't know what day it is. Yeah, I think it was last week. I don't know.
Okay.
April 1st, I believe, was the publication. I'm like, what day is it even? I don't know. It published on the 1st, and that was one that I didn't start reading it until like I think the day that it published, but I was doing a combo of audio and reading it on my Kindle. And I really wanted to like it, and the cover is beautiful. You should look it up if you haven't seen it before. Swept Away by Beth O'Leary. I loved her book, The Flat Share. So if you need a book recommendation, that one I really enjoyed. This one, not so much. And I just I don't know, I just wasn't connecting with the characters. It's not a rom-com, by the way. It's like a romance adventure. It's like a survival type book, but they like fall in love, so it's like a love story, but I just was like having a really hard time connecting with either of the characters, and I was just kind of like, I don't really care like about either of these people, and so at about 30% I gave up on that one. So yeah, I didn't make it to halfway. So I still feel like that's pretty early on, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. And then the other one, oh Mandy, you'll probably be sad, or maybe you already saw that I saw it in my stories, but I decided to give up on Elfie by Gregory Maguire, and I was only just kind of okay about Wicked. And I mean, I love the movie and the musical Wicked. 100%. But the books are very different. And so I think I've just kind of now decided that he's not an author for me. And yet there's tons of people who love him, but I just think I struggle with his writing style. And so I was bummed because I love the story. I'm very fascinated in the story. And I wanted to, like, I loved the idea of going way back to, like, Elphaba's early childhood and everything like that. But I only made it like just over 20%. And it was taking me forever to even get to the 20% mark. And I was like, all right, I can't slog through this anymore. You loved the book Wicked. Okay.
Oh no.
I know, and I know you love him. But he's not for everyone, because I've heard plenty of people say the same thing then. I mean, yes, I've definitely heard the side of like, oh, I love him. I love all his books. And then I've heard plenty of people say like, nope, not for me.
Not working.
So I don't think I'll try any of his other books. Okay, but you don't care to continue. Yeah, see, I ended up doing a combo of the audio and physical book for Wicked. I ended up doing most of it on audio, and I felt like that at least helped me stay invested more, but it still was just very slow. It's very, very different from the vibe of the musical and the movie. So I'm a musical and movie fan of the Wicked story, but not the books, sadly. And I know there's like multiple in that series too. I'm blanking on all of the titles, but Mandy, have you read all of them? I don't know. I really wanted to get into them. I really wanted to like them, and I'm not going to force myself to like them. That's just
Can't do it.
How it's going to be.
Can't force
unfortunately. So, yeah, and Elfie was like, it's really short too. So that's the funny part, is that I couldn't even like read a super short book. It just wasn't interesting.
That's not a good sign.
I was like, nope.
That was a good sign.
Can't do it. Cannot do it.
Yes.
Had to move on. Yep.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just stick with the movie, which we are very obsessed with right now. Okay, but you just ordered the second one. All right, well, let me know how it is. I probably will not read it, but I will still be interested to hear what you think of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we do our...
Yeah.
Okay.
So Katie's going to be doing...
I gotta go on.
Guess That Book this week. She went ahead and... I haven't seen them.
No, I told him he can't look at his texts.
They are on my phone, but...
Yeah, I had to do it.
I have not seen them. Yeah, I was sworn to secrecy.
Yep.
And
okay.
she picked the 3 books this week, so I'm going to try to guess them. I won't get them right, so...
See if any
you
of
guys
you can get these, or if I'm going to stump everybody.
Are they popular books?
I would say 2. I mean, I think all 3 of them are, but one of them is a newer book that some people may not be as familiar with.
Newer. But
Newer.
we own it.
We own it. Yep. All 3 of the books are on our bookshelf.
Good thing we only own like 3 books.
Yeah, good thing. You mean add a couple zeros after the 3, but that's still not even
3,000,
accurate?
you're right, yes. 3,000.
Say not 300, it's more than that. Okay, so here is our first book. Yeah, so I won't necessarily read the whole description. If people, can start to guess it, then how do I like get out of our video here? Let me get off of it. Okay, so it was in my way. It was blocking. He likes to have it on here too, to like try to keep up with comments and stuff if we miss anything on here.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Marie Laure lives in Paris near the Museum of Natural History, where her father works. When she is 12, the Nazis occupy Paris, and father and daughter flee to the walled citadel of Saint Malo, where Marie Laure's reclusive great-uncle lives in a tall house by the sea. With them, they carry what might be the museum's most valuable and dangerous jewel. In a mining town in Germany, Werner Pfennig, an orphan, grows up with his younger sister. Enchanted by a crude radio they find that brings them news and stories from places they have never seen or imagined. Does anyone know yet? Werner becomes an expert at building and fixing these... Oh, yep, you are right, Mindy. All the light we cannot see. Yep.
Mindy, wow. Mindy's good at this game.
Do you know the author?
I know it.
You do? You know the author?
Anthony Doerr, right?
Yeah. Good job. Or I don't know how to say it. Doerr. Yeah. But yes, that's one that's been on my TBR for a very long time. And I'm not always drawn to historical fiction, but I've heard it's excellent. And there's a Netflix
Mindy
series,
loved it, yeah.
Based on it that I would love to watch, but I won't bring myself to watch it until I've read the book. So
you can't, yes.
I don't know. Oh, you just looked at that book today.
Funny.
Yeah, it looks very good, but I'm very intimidated by historical fiction. It's like I have the intention to the movie was amazing.
Oh, it was amazing.
Okay. or the show. Is it a movie and a show or just a show? I feel like maybe I saw that it was like a limited series or something like that on Netflix. And yeah, The Nightingale is another one that I really want to read. I think you did. Did you do that one once too for this or no? The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna.
I did the women.
Show.
I did the.
Oh yeah, you did the women. But yes, All the Light We Cannot See and The Nightingale have been on my TBR forever. And like, I really need to just pick up one of them and just go for it at some point. But it's one of those books again, like, because The Reformatory, for example, is one that I've been putting off, and it's because you love The Nightingale. I feel like it's gonna require like so much of my attention. Oh, sad faces for The Nightingale.
Yeah.
I'm sure, and so that could be it too, where it's like it's gonna be heavy and make me sad.
You'd have to
like,
focus
I would
on
have
it.
to focus, and I'm horrible at that because I like to read multiple books at a time. So I feel like I'd have to give that up temporarily. Okay, you love The Nightingale too, so I'm getting all these people saying The Nightingale is great. But yeah, let me know if you've read All the Light We Cannot See. So good job on that one. Who got that, Mindy? All right, here's the next one. Oh, I almost ruined it because it says it right away. I have to be careful with this one. Okay.
Yes.
This is a romantasy debut, a lush cottagecore tale full of stolen spellbooks, unexpected friendships, sweet jams, and even sweeter love. Keela has always had trouble dealing with people. Thankfully, as a librarian at the Great Library of Elysium, she and her assistant Kaz, a magically sentient spider plant, have spent the last decade sequestered among the Empire's most precious spellbooks, preserving their magic for the city's elite. When a revolution begins and the library goes up in flames, she and Kaz flee with all the spellbooks they can carry and head to a remote island Keela never thought she'd see again, her childhood home. Taking refuge there, Keela discovers, much to her dismay, a nosy and very handsome neighbor who can't take a hint and keeps showing up day after day to make sure she's fed and to help fix up her new home. In need of income, Keela identifies something that even the bakery in town doesn't have: jam. With the help of an old recipe book her parents left her and a bit of illegal magic, her cottage garden is soon covered in ripe berries. But magic can do more than make life a little sweeter, so Keela risks the consequences of using unsanctioned spells and opens the island's first ever and much needed secret. I won't say that word. Like a Hallmark rom-com full of mythical creatures and fueled by cinnamon rolls and magic, blank will heal your heart and feed your soul.
The spell shop.
I know, it's like I said spell about 1,000 times in it, but not the spell shop.
Yes.
Good job.
I knew that one
Do you
pretty
know
early
who it's
on.
by?
Yeah, who's it by?
Who's it by? And it's featured over there. I feel like you should try to grab it because it's such a pretty book. Go get it. Go gadget arms. Oh, he's jumping over the couch. Okay. But it's like I had to do this one. It's one of my favorite covers of all time.
And this
like seriously, and the sprayed purple edges. Yeah, Sarah Beth Durst. And I have her new book on my Kindle waiting for me that I think comes out in the summertime. And that one has like teal sprayed edges. That one looks super good. I'll definitely be getting a physical copy of it though, 100%, because I will need it to go with this one. But it was lovely. This is like, because I'm still kind of getting into fantasy more, and it helps when it's a romantasy, so it does have the romance aspect to it, but I just love it. Literally, it felt like a warm hug is like what that book was like. So, and it's got, the most gorgeous cover ever. The greenhouse one, yes, I have that one. I have a digital arc of that waiting for me on my Kindle to read, so.
Yeah, that's a nice book.
But I will be getting the physical copy 100%, because I will need it to
That's
go
a
with,
beauty.
Yeah, to go with this one. This was a book outlet purchase. It was only like $5.99. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to scoop it up then.
That's a deal.
So, but I highly recommend.
It's $29.99.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
$39.99 in Canada.
Yeah.
Sorry, Carly.
Yeah, even more. But that was a steal.
But 5 from Bookshop.
Yeah, through a book outlet.
Book outlet.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, just like how pretty is that book?
That's a nice
book. I love
book.
it. I'm obsessed with the cover of that one. Okay, last one. Okay, this book, it says the name of the book right at the start of the book description, chronicles the crack-up of Esther Greenwood, brilliant, beautiful, enormously talented, and successful, but slowly going under, maybe for the last time. This author masterfully draws the reader into Esther's breakdown with such intensity that Esther's insanity becomes completely real and even rational, as probable and accessible an experience as going to the movies. Such deep penetration into the dark and harrowing corners of the psyche is an extraordinary accomplishment and has made this book a haunting American classic. So it's a classic. Anybody?
What?
I'm going to give you a hint. So this will be anybody who has watched this movie. And I think she's reading it in this movie. I guess I shouldn't make a reference if I'm not 100% certain, but I'm 99% certain that in the movie 10 Things I Hate About You, Julia Stiles is in a scene reading this book.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And I've not read it yet. So.
But we have it?
We have it. I have not read it. And it's a classic. It's kind of like a skinnier book.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Anybody? Have I stumped the masses?
It's a skinnier book that we have.
Yeah. It's not like a very long description either.
No.
What is the...
The Bell Jar.
Yes,
Liz.
yes, The Bell Jar.
Nice. By Sylvia Plath.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Has anybody read that? Because, I've had it on my shelf for a really long time.
Like a long time.
Long time. Yep. But, I feel like it's a pretty, I think that stopped, I don't know, our video. It looks like it's a pretty short book. Because, it's pretty thin. You want to read it. Yeah, I am not a big classics person. So, historical fiction and classics are probably my least read genres, but maybe not. I mean, I'd almost put science fiction in there too. I don't do a lot of sci-fi. But classics can be a little...
You don't read a lot of horror either.
A little slow. No, I like horror. I definitely probably read it more than the other ones.
But not, yeah.
I mean, I dabble in it.
Not as much.
I'm definitely, but no, I'm drawn to it more though than the other.
Correct.
Than the other genres. I just still have not read a lot of it, but I want to with horror books because they don't really freak me out too much. But granted, I probably haven't read the worst thing you can possibly read. I know there's some that are more mild and some that are not. So, but the Bell Jar is a classic, and I just have not read it, but I would like to. I don't know how soon I will, but it's kind of fun to just have classics on your shelf too.
Yes, it is.
I mean, it's good if you read them, but
some books you just want to have.
I don't know. It's just I feel like classics can be more on the slower side, and that's again why I struggle. Same with historical fiction. So, give me a historical fiction or a classic that actually moves at a pretty steady pace, and sure, I would probably be interested in picking it up. You ordered 4 classics today. Good for you.
Nice.
Which ones did you order? I don't know. What was one that I read, you tend to enjoy them. That's good. I read Anne of Green Gables for the very first time last fall. I did it via audiobook, and that was really enjoyable. So I think that might be one that I decide to read every October.
Yeah.
And I want to read it physically this fall because I did it on audio last fall. So that was one I did actually enjoy. But I don't know. I haven't read a lot of classics in general.
I just heard an ad, I think, listening to a podcast or something. It sounds like 1984 is going to be a movie.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, it sounded like... I'm sure it's going to be terrifying.
Maybe I need to read it.
Yeah.
If they're going to make it into a movie. I never did read that.
I read that one in high school.
Well, we've discussed this many times. We went to the same high school, but we were in different classes. So
I was so advanced. Little Women, Catcher in the Rye. Catcher in the Rye is really good.
I have Catcher in the Rye. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, Nothing to See Here. No, but we have it.
We have 3 copies of it.
What? Yeah. Oh, I guess we have a couple that we're planning to put as part of our bookmobile whenever we get that going.
Why is the bottom of our book so messed up?
I think our kids did that. Anne of Green Gables is your favorite book? Oh, yeah. Little Women is your all-time favorite book.
Nothing to see here yet.
Okay.
I'm trying to find it quick.
Yeah, it's over there on the right side, on the bottom, I believe. He's keeping things interesting for us. But Nothing to See Here does look really good. Didn't you picked it as one of the ones and read the description of it. I think.
Okay.
Maybe not. Can't find it? Oh, no, I lied. It's up higher. No, up. Your hand.
'Cause it's
Your
hardcover.
hand is right by it. No, there you go.
It's hardcover.
Our dog is like very concerned and wondering what he's doing.
So this book, sounds awesome. This sounds so crazy.
Yeah. Have you read it, Sally, or you were just curious
Yeah.
if we've read it?
Yeah, so it's about kids that just spontaneously
Combust.
catch fire.
Like
Laugh
a
out
very
loud,
interesting
funny.
premise.
Yeah. There's a little sticker
I
spot
know,
on
I
here.
can't. I think I tried. to
Maybe we
get
should
some
swap
of
it with one of our other copies.
that. Yeah.
Yes, this one I do want to read really badly. It just sounds
Yeah.
it sounds funny, but just really bizarre.
Yeah. Looks nice and short too.
Yeah.
We scored that at a used at a nice used book sale. It, like barely cost us anything.
Yeah. Just finish the first
Just finished
chapter.
The first chapter. All right.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah. It does look very interesting, I think. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I remember like I had heard of it, and then I think I heard of a different one by the same author. And so it wasn't necessarily on my radar, but I was like, oh yeah, I feel like I've seen people talk about this book. And so I grabbed it at the sale and read the description, and I was like, oh my gosh.
I know,
this
well, just look
sounds
at the cover, you know?
So interesting. Like, how are you not like wondering what this is about when you see the cover? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because what's the other?
Spontaneously
Family.
combust. Yeah, it just sounds that's very bizarre.
Interesting. Yeah. What's the newer one by him? Because see, I feel it wouldn't be. I feel like this must have come out before. There's like another one that I'm blanking on. Because this one came out in 2019. It looks like it's been around a little while. What are the chapters like in here?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
It's not
pretty long.
It's not a big book.
Oh, it's going.
So Sally
going,
finished the
keeps
first
going.
chapter.
Oh, dear.
She wants me to announce she's reading Dragon Kingdom of Renly. Oh, your daughter is.
First 35. Yeah, 35.
35 pages.
Yeah, first one.
That's a
Dear.
big chapter.
That's
See,
long.
that's a good win reading the first chapter.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Mandy, tell your daughter that's nice work. Yes. Any book reading is just good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
As long as you like the book, that's just you can't go wrong with any book.
Nope.
That's why I'm such a generous reviewer.
Yeah. You're like, it's a book. I give it.
Does it
at
have
least 3 stars?
at least one page and a cover? 3 stars minimum.
Pretty much. That feels accurate, actually, for you.
So I've yet to DNF a book, and I've yet to give a book under 3 stars.
I'm not rubbing
so
off on him enough, you guys. And we live in the same household.
I'm working on it.
You know what he's adopted, which is actually a bad thing, is starting. He's like tempted to start too many books, which is something
I've already
I do.
cut.
I don't know. Maybe
I
mean,
was reading
you're
4
still
books
better.
at one time, and it was very hard.
Yeah, and then you didn't do it. I feel like that's when you set some aside and
See?
you weren't actually reading them.
See that didn't work for me. I'm trying to 2 books is about right.
Yeah.
1 thriller, 1
Yeah, 2 different genres.
non-thriller.
Not too many books at once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
So we'll see. One of these days, I'm gonna DNF a book, and then I'm gonna finish one and give it like
You're gonna not give it so many stars.
1.92 stars, and I'm going to feel really bad about myself.
He's gonna go back in and change it because he can't live with himself.
I'm gonna have to cry a little bit.
I'm
yeah.
so sorry.
But
I
yeah,
think that's all we got for tonight.
that's plenty. We almost made an hour.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're having a good Monday and have a good rest of the week. And we will talk to you next time.
We got books to put away.
Yes, we sure do. And books to read for at least a little bit.
I finished my tea. Did you?
No, because it got really cold. So I might want to like put it in the microwave just a tiny bit there.
I can do 1 or 2 hard copies. 1
Okay,
nonfiction,
there you go.
1 Kindle.
Yep.
Oh wow.
It's a good way to do it.
Good night, Mindy. Good night.
All right.
Thanks for tuning
Good
in.
night, guys.
We'll see you next week.